Hello students, how are you? I hope all of you are fine. So student, in the last part of the video, I have discussed the new topic that is nature of roots, and I told you three methods. And based on that topic, we have solved exercise 4.4 up to question number 1. So now we are going to solve the remaining questions of exercise 4.4. So what is the second question? Second question is that find the values of k for each of the following quadratic equation so that they have two equal roots. I am going to repeat the question again. Find the values of k for each of the following quadratic equation so that they have equal roots. So there are two parts of question number 2. First part is this and second part is this. Okay, and we have to find the value of k from these two quadratic equation, and one more information is given that both the quadratic equations have two equal roots, means this equation has also two equal roots and this equation also have two equal roots. So student, when I taught you the nature of roots, in which case the quadratic equation has equal roots, so I told you three cases. First case was when the d is greater than 0, so in that case roots are real and distinct. And second case, when d equal to 0, when the roots are real and equal. And the third case, when the roots are not real, that is d is less than 0. So in this question, in the question is given there are two equal roots. So when two equal roots are there, what is the condition? Condition is, we write like that, because equations have two equal roots, hence we can write d will be equal to 0. We can write that d will be equal to 0 because in the question it is given that equation has two equal roots. Now what is the value of d? D is equal to b square minus 4ac equal to 0. Okay, now suppose it is equation number 1. Now student, what is the value of b, a and c? So when we will compare this equation with the general form, when we will compare this equation to general form, that is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. This is the general form, my student. This is the general form of any quadratic equations. So student, now you tell me what will be the value of a? The value of a will be 2, the value of b will be k, and the value of c will be 3. Now what you do? Put all the values of a, b and c in equation number 1. So from equation 1 we can write b square minus 4ac equal to 0. Now put the value of b, so it will be k square minus 4 into value of a is 2 and the value of c is 3 is equal to 0. So k square minus, it will be 4 2s are 8, 8 3s are 24 equal to 0. Now k square is equal to 24. Now student, when this square side will be going to that side, it will be square root, and because we are studying quadratic equations, so it will take two values, one is plus, one is minus. So here will be plus minus under root 24. I told you now, when x square is 9, suppose when x square is 9, so x value will be plus minus under root 9. Okay, same method we have applied here also. Why we are doing that? Because we all know that square of a positive number is also positive and square of a negative number is also positive. So that's why we are taking both the values, that is plus minus under root 24. Now you can solve it further. So it can be written as, when you will do prime factorization, it will take 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. So k value will be plus minus c. Between these numbers, one pair of 2 will be formed. So 1 2 will become outside. So outside will be 2, and in the under root there will be 2 into 3. So the value of k will be plus minus under root 20, sorry, the value of k will be plus minus 2 root 6. That will be your answer. So like that you have to solve question number 2. I hope you have understood, students. Okay, so this is the method, because in the question it is given that there are two equal roots. See, we have, so for that we have written the condition. After that we put the value of d, that is b square minus 4ac equal to 0. By comparing this equation with the general form, we got the values of a, b and c. We put in that equation and we solved that, and after that we got the value of k, which is equal to plus minus under root 2 root 6. Now second part of this question, one more part is there, so I can solve it. Second part is k x in bracket x minus 2 plus 6 equal to 0. So listen student, this is not in the form of quadratic, so we will simplify it. So it will be kx square minus 2kx plus 6 equal to 0. Okay, when you will compare this equation with the general form, comparing this equation with ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, we will get a equal to k, b equal to minus 2k and c equal to 6. Okay, this much value we got from comparing this equation to the general form. Now because equation has two equal roots, so what is the condition of equal roots? D equal to 0. And what is the value of d? D is known as discriminant, and the value of d is equal to b square minus 4ac, which is equal to 0. Now put the value of b, a and c in this equation. So value of b is minus 2k equal to 0 minus 4 into the value of a is k and the value of c is 6 equal to 0. Now minus 2k square will be equal to 4k square minus 24k equal to 0. Now what you don't do, you don't transfer this to this side. Okay, we will not transfer, we will take common. So we can take 4k common. So when we will take 4k common, we will get k minus 6 equal to 0. Now student, it is the same question like factorization question. Now here 4k is another number and k minus 6 is another number, and the product of two numbers is equal to 0. It is when possible when either both of them are equal to 0 or one of them equal to 0. Product of two number can be 0 only in two conditions. In first condition when both are zeros, and in second condition when one of them are 0. So we will take the first condition when both are 0. So when 4k equal to 0, k will be equal to 0 by 4, that is 0. So from here we got the values of k. Okay, now when k minus 6 equal to 0, k will be equal to 6. Now student, we got two values of k, but problem is that out of these two values, which value is correct? Are both values are correct or only one values are correct? So this you can check by putting the value of k in the quadratic equation. When you will put k equal to 0, in this equation will become a linear equation, because the term of x square will be removed. When you will put k equal to 0, this term will be removed, so this quadratic equation will become linear equation, which we don't want, so that value we will not take. Okay, now for k equal to 6, yes, k equal to 6, it will be a quadratic equation, because when you will put k equal to 6, it will be 6x square, so it will remain a quadratic equation. So out of these two values, only one value is correct, that is answer will be k equal to 6. Now question is that Can both values be correct? Yes, there can be two values of k also. In the like in the previous part. In the previous part, we got two answers now, plus minus 2 root 6. So when we will take k equal to plus, then k equal to plus 2 root 6. And when we will take negative sign, then k equal to minus 2 root 6. So in the previous part, there were two values of k, and in this part, only one values of k will be there. Because when we will take both two values, so for one values, it will not remain be a quadratic equation. So out of these two k, only one value is correct, that is k equal to 6. Okay. So by this method, you can solve these type of question. And students, this type of question always comes in the board examination, so it is very important. Okay. In the whenever you have to solve this type of question, when you have to find the value of k, value of b, anything, so you write the condition, put all the values, and then see can it be possible. In the previous part, it was possible that there can be two values of k, but in this part we will have to take only one values of k, because when we will put k equal to 0 in this equation, this equation will not remain be a quadratic equations. Okay, so only one value is correct, that is k equal to 6. So by that we have finished question number 2. So now let's move to question number 3. It is also a very simple question. Okay, I can write the question. Is it possible to design a rectangular mango groove whose length is twice its breadth, and the area is 800 meter square. If so, find its length and breadth. Okay. Now student, third question is that is it possible to design a rectangular mango groove, means the garden of mango trees. Okay, and the shape of the mango groove is rectangular. So question is asking, it is possible to design a rectangular groove whose length is twice its breadth and the area is 800 meter square. If so, अगर है, find its length and breadth. So first we have to check, can we form that rectangular groove in which length is twice of the breadth and the area is 800. So first what we will do, first we will form a quadratic equation. Whatever the conditions are given, with the help of that we will form a quadratic equations. And because question is asking, is it possible to design? So what we will do, whatever quadratic equation we will get, we will find out its d. D means discriminant. And when d value either be 0 or greater than 0, then it is possible. And when d is less than 0, it means out of 3 conditions, only in one condition we see that when d is less than 0, there are not real roots. Real roots, if there are not real roots, so it means we cannot design. Okay, whenever we will get d is less than 0, so we cannot form or we cannot design. So first we will form quadratic equation. So because question is asking length and breadth, so let's assume length is x and breadth is y. And question says that length is twice of its breadth. Okay, this is given. Now length is x and that is twice of its breadth. It means x equal to 2y. Suppose it is equation number 1. Okay, we have assumed length is x, breadth is y, and length is twice of breadth, so x equal to 2y. Now area, we know area is equal to length into breadth. Okay, and area is given how much? 800. So 800 is equal to x into y, because x was length, y was breadth. So because we have to form quadratic equation, so can we form quadratic equation? Yes, by putting the value of x in this equation, equation number second. So equation number second. So from equation 1, put the value of x in equation 2. Okay, so equation 2 is 800 is equal to x into y. Now put the value of x here. So 800 is equal to 2y into y. It is clear now? I have put the value of x here, that is 2y. Now that will be equal to 800 is equal to 2y square, or 2y square is equal to 800, or when it will divide this side, y square will be equal to 800 by 2. So y square will be equal to 400. Okay, are you getting my point, student? Okay, so now transfer this in this side. So we will get y square minus 400 equal to 0. Okay, y square minus 400 equal to 0. Now question is that can we form that type of rectangular groove? So for that we have to find its d. So see student, it is a quadratic equation because degree is 2, and when we will compare this with general form, compare this equation with general form. Now students see, there is no term of y. Okay, so when we will compare x square, y square term to y square, y term to y, and constant term to constant term, we will get a equal to 1 and b equal to 0. Why b equal to 0? Because this quadratic equation does not have the term of y. Because we all know the quadratic equation is that type of quadratic equation we know. Okay, because it is in y variable, so that's why I have written like this: ay square plus by plus c. If here is x, then I can write x. Okay, so see, by comparing these two equations, there is no any term of y, so that's why coefficient of y will be 0. So b equal to 0 and c equal to minus 400. Okay, now I am solving it here. So when we will calculate d, so d we know that b square minus 4ac. Now put all the values of b, a and c. So b value is 0, so 0 ka square minus 4 into 1, because a is 1 and c is minus 400. Okay, so see, it will be 0, that minus minus will become plus, and 400 and 400. It means d comes how much? 400. And because d is positive, so this condition comes in the category of case 1, where d is greater than 0. Okay, so because d is positive, so we will get real roots. It means that we can form a rectangular groove. So what we will write? We will write yes, because d is greater than 0. Yes, we can design rectangular mango groove. Okay, why I have written yes? Because the value of d is greater than 0. In two cases we can design, either is d is greater than 0 or d is equal to 0. In these two cases we can design, but when d is less than 0 we cannot design, because there will be not real roots. Okay, there will not be any real roots, there will be imaginary roots. We will design only for the real roots only. Okay, so we can form. So first answer is yes, we can design. Now we have to got the length and breadth. So suppose it was equation number third. So equation number third from equation number 3. Equation number 3 is y square is equal to 400. Now when y square side will go to that side, it will take square root side. So y is equal to plus minus under root 400. Okay. So there will be two values of y, that is y is equal to plus minus 20. So when we will take y equal to 20, so it will be correct value. When we will take y is equal to minus 20, it is not possible, because length and breadth cannot be negative, and y we have assumed breadth. So y equal to 20 will be there. So if y equal to 20 is there, so from equation number 1, x is equal to 2y was there, na? So x equal to 2 into 20, so that is 40. So it means that length will be, length was x, that is 40 meter, and breadth is y, that is 20 meter. Okay, so by that method we can solve these type of questions. Okay, so student, length is equal to 40 meter and breadth is equal to, that was y is equal to 20 meter. So this type of question can be solved by this method. Okay, now fourth question and fifth question is also same. So out of these two I will solve only one. Okay, so 80% question I have solved from this exercise. One you can do by yourself. Okay, so students, see what is last question. Question number 4. Question number 4 is the following situation possible? Is the following situation possible? If so, determine their present ages. Determine their present ages. Okay. Now question is that the sum of ages of two friends, the sum of ages of two friends is 20 years. Okay, 4 years ago, the product of their ages in years was 48. Okay, this is the question, student. Now question is that, is the following situation possible? First you have to check it is possible or not. After that, if so, agar hai, determine the ages of two friends. Okay, so question is that the sum of ages of two friends is 20 years. Okay, 4 years ago the product of their ages is 48. Find their ages. Okay, so first we will check whether the condition is possible or not. So what we will assume, let the present ages of two friends are x and y. Suppose I assume. Okay, because two friends are there, so there will be two ages. So I have assumed let the present ages of two friends is x and y. So what is the first condition? The sum of their ages is 20. So that is x plus y is 20. Now I can take the value of one variable in terms of value of other variable. So here x will be 20 minus y na, or suppose I have written like this, y equal to 20 minus x. Suppose it is equation number 1. Now after that, 4 years ago the product of their ages in years was 48. Now student, 4 years ago. So 4 years ago, it means we are talking about the future past. So 4 years ago, the ages of two friends, was why? Because we are talking about the past. X minus 4 and y minus 4. Okay. Now whatever was the age of two friends before 4 years ago, their product was 48. It means x minus 4 into y minus 4. The ages of 4 years ago and their product is equal to 48. Now from equation number 1 I can put the value of y now. So suppose it is x minus 4, and it is here I can write in place of y 20 minus x minus 4 equal to 48, and this we have done from equation number 1. Okay, now x minus 4 into 16 minus x equal to 48. Now multiply it. So when you will multiply it, you will get 16x minus 64 minus x square plus 4x equal to 48. Okay, after solving this thing, we got this much. Okay, now student, after that what we will do? See, because there is only x square term, so minus x square. Now 16x plus 4x will be and minus 64 equal to 48. Now transfer all this term to this side. Why we are doing that? Because we want the coefficient of x square should be positive. So when we will transfer this from this side to that side, here will be 0 and here is 48, and all things will go this side. It will be plus x square minus 20x plus 64. So 0 equal to x square minus 20x plus 112. Okay. Now this can be written as x square minus 20x plus 112 equal to 0. So this quadratic equation we got. Okay. Now we have to check whether whatever conditions are given is possible. Whatever situation are given in the question is possible. So whenever this type of question came, that is it possible? So first what you do, whatever conditions are given, write that, make the quadratic equation. After that you have to calculate d. Okay. And how will you calculate d? With the help of the formula, that is d equal to b square minus 4ac. So when we will compare this equation with general form, so compare with general form, that is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, we will get a equal to 1, b equal to minus 20 and c equal to 112. So for checking whether this condition is possible or not, we have to find d. So d is equal to b square minus 4ac. Now put the value of b, a and c. So d is equal to minus 20 ka square minus 4 into 1 into 112. Now d equal to 400 minus 4 1 the 4 and 4 will multiplied to 112, it will come 448. So the value of d will come minus 48. Okay, the value of d will come minus 48. So student, you can see when in the previous question d was positive and in this question d is negative. And when d is negative, student, when d is negative, so we know now there is no real roots. We know now this is the third case. When d is negative, there will not be any real roots. Hence because there is no real root, hence this situation is not possible. This situation is not possible. When it is possible, when either d is greater than equal to greater than 0 or it is equal to 0. When d will be negative, we will get not any real roots. So if we will not get any real roots, so this situation will not be possible. Okay. So this is the method to solve these type of questions. Okay. Whenever you see this type of that it is possible or not, first you have to form the quadratic equation. Then after comparing with the general form, you have to find the value of d. If d comes either 0 or greater than 0, it means positive, then it is possible. And if d is less than 0, means it is negative, then we will not get any real roots, so this condition or situation is not possible. So question number 5 is similarly to question number 3 and question number 4. So I think that you can do by yourself. So by completing this question number 4, we have also finished our chapter number 4. Okay, so I hope you have understood all the videos of this chapter, and I hope you are solving all the exercises. Okay, so now up to today we have completed 4 chapters. From next video I will discuss a new chapter which name is arithmetic progression, and it is your chapter number 5 of NCERT books. So till then, students, have a nice day. Take care. Thank you.